What is up, guys? Today I've got good news and some bad news for you depending on where you sit on the Battle Royale market. First, I'd just like to say a little rest in peace to the revival of Realm Royale. I know I made a couple of videos on it. It lasted a whole week, its whole revival on the console when it released there. But because now there is a new Battle Royale that just released from EA and Respawn Entertainment. This one's actually set in the Titanfall universe for the fans of that series, but the setting is actually 30 years after Titanfall 2, so there are no Titan mechs. I'm going to be explaining the game a lot more here, but I just wanted to get into the gameplay, so let's do it. The first thing I noticed about Apex Legends is how surprised I was with this development. Now, truth be told, Realm Royale is in its early stages of its game life, and you can definitely tell. There is a massive lack of customization, and there's a lack of game depth as well. Now, Apex Legends, on the other hand, has a fully developed library of weapon and character skins that you can see while I'm scrolling down the menu here. Where do you even start with this game? The gameplay is more of a hero-based style, and there's even a character draft before every match so you don't have repeating characters on the same team. Each character has its own passives, ultimate abilities, tactical abilities, and this is going to shape your playstyle. And Apex Legends, in my opinion, is basically what would happen if Call of Duty's Blackout had a baby with Overwatch. And I'm going to say now that it works extremely well. Furthermore, Apex Legends sets itself apart from other battle royales with a multitude of distinctions, from its jump master aspect that you're seeing here to its ping communication system that I'm going to elaborate on a little bit more later in this video. The jump master system is different from any other drop system in its market, and it's absolutely awesome. Everyone is in teams of 3 in this game, and whoever's selected last in the character draft is the jump master, who determines where your squad will drop. Once the jump master drops out the plane, the other 2 teammates will automatically fly, basically attached to the jump master to a common location. Now, you can still peel off and go do your own thing, but Apex Legends is heavily team based, and I can't tell you how many times I've gotten second place because our third teammate left the group and or the match. The weapons are your typical classes such as snipers, ARs, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, and pistols, but now the ammo is different for each gun, and that adds a layer of inventory management. For example, the G7 sniper uses light bullets, while the longbow sniper uses heavy bullets. And the inventory is similar to that of PUBG and Blackout, where you have a certain allotted slots in your backpack, and you can pick up higher tier backpacks for more space. There's multiple different types of medkits that heal your person and or recharge your shield, as well as throwable grenades that take up space in your inventory as well. While I'm not a huge fan of having inventory systems that make you pull up a separate HUD, the looting system helps players like myself manage in the game. For example, if you see a red dot sight on the ground, it will automatically attach it to a compatible weapon in your inventory without taking a slot in your backpack. If you have level 2 tier body armor and you see level 1 body armor on the ground, it won't even let you pick it up due to having already better equipment. I'll say small polished nuances like this add a level of gratification when you get accustomed to the game. Right here you finally got to see some of the combat in the game and how the guns work, and needless to say, Apex Legends is not a cakewalk. It's not a test of who's the best FPS player, but there's things like bullet drop, shot delay, and damage drop off that add texture to its gameplay. Getting a kill actually feels rewarding, and that's something that can't be said in a lot of other games. Now, I cannot emphasize enough how team-based Apex Legends is. Everyone at one point in their life has played a Battle Royale where they basically did nothing the whole match and got a win because one of their teammates was just popping off that game. Now, that is truly not the case here, and this is what I think helps highlight Apex Legends. For some people, this can be a huge plus. You get a group of 3 guys or gals who play well together and you're set. Each member contributes, all is well, you get your dubs. But on the other hand, if you're operating with only 2 teammates, the results can be very, very frustrating. Jake and I had about 4 or 5 second place finishes solely because in the last fight we were battling 2v3, and every single time we would knock down 2 of their teammates just to have the third be the final blow against us. I must add that we only get these frustrating results because a third teammate left the match or was across the map doing their own thing when they got eliminated. There's a way to avoid this because Respawn Entertainment knew that the meta is geared towards team-based gameplay, and that is with the marvelous ping system. A ping system seems like such a small facet of a video game, but Apex Legends took this concept, ran with it, and ultimately revolutionized it. The ping marker is set at your R1 on PS4 or your RB on Xbone, and they intentionally mapped it on such an accessible button because they want you to use it. I actually heard that a developer team had to play the game for hours and hours without using voice communication while they were making the game so they could polish the ping system to get it to where it is now. You can mark significant locations, weapons and armor, which actually call the item and the tier level for your team, and then you can also ping enemies as well. The enemy call-out feature is perfect for those without a microphone or a headset because you can get a heads up on where shots are coming from thanks to your teammates. And of course, there's loot boxes. Thanks EA. You get these loot boxes by leveling up from XP you earn in matches, and it didn't seem too imbalanced, at least at the time of this recording. I'll say though that you obviously get more boxes at the beginning of your gaming experience with Apex because it takes less experience to gain levels. But we'll have to see how much it slows down as you get into the later levels of the game. Obviously with EA you can spend real money and get loot boxes, but this is only for cosmetics, and I'll even appreciate that the game clearly states your chances of getting legendaries and other epic items on the purchase page if you did choose to spend real money. One thing that I was worried about with Apex Legends was that there are 2 extra locked characters in the game, and I thought that you were only going to be able to unlock these characters with real money. However, somewhat similar to Rainbow Six Siege, you can actually unlock these extra characters without spending real money, but you do have to grind to earn enough currency, and that is not an easy task that you can complete in just a couple hours. At this point, it's EA, so you have to assume microtransactions, but this isn't too much different from Fortnite's cosmetic microtransactions, and yeah, people really aren't bagging on Epic that much. In case you're wondering, yes, there's real hype with Apex Legends. Reports stated that Respawn garnered 2.5 million unique players in 24 hours after launching a game that literally had zero marketing before the day of release. And I'm not even joking, there was zero marketing because they didn't want to advertise a free-to-play EA game, and I think you know why. Some gaming news sites are even already putting it above Fortnite, and even Ninja, the face of Fortnite itself, has questions about what's in store for the future. Now, what Respawn did right was release a completed game. So many companies are looking at their Battle Royales and releasing them in early beta stages because they are free to download and Battle Royales are hot on the market right now. Respawn waited until they had a completed project, and they are going to reap the benefits because the initial hype is paired with its full list of features, not just a limited portion of the game. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at Apex. I think for real this time that this is going to be a big game. I know I said that about Realm Royale, but this game is definitely leaps ahead of that of Realm. But apologies for the gameplay not being any insane clips or anything like that. These were just taken from my first 2 matches, so I was still kind of figuring out the game, and I hope to pull out some nice clips this weekend for sure. But y'all know, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to help support the channel, if you wouldn't mind just dropping a like or a sub, that would be greatly appreciated. And if anyone ever wants to play some Apex with me, just drop a comment in the section below. Until next time, cheers.